Okay, we're going to try to give you a little demo of the walkthrough. It's a bit crude, so don't take it literally, and it's a little jiggly. We're coming into the front porch. There's the screen door. It's actually one of those doors that you'd see in the Southwest with bars and screens to keep the bugs out and the bad guys. We come into the front door. Coat hooks are over there. You know where those are. There's the door into the living room. The steps downstairs. Of significant note is all these windows are now 20 inches tall and 30 inches wide. I believe I wanted to make them more rectangular so that they were more consistent with the house view. We're going to open this door. We're going to walk through. We're going to come into the living room. We're looking south. Directly to our right is the living room. Large windows, nothing has changed there. Once again, we've got windows that I've made rectangular. That's one of the changes I made. This is a crude representation of the alcohol fire or the bioethanol fireplace underneath the large screen TV. We're looking outside, we're looking south. Ignore the textures, the surfaces, the colors, because that's just the way it is. We're looking north, and obviously this is just my feeble attempt to put furniture in. It does not represent the final outcome. And you can see from the text that's where I'm going to put stuff like art, pictures, etc., because it will be out of the range of the sun's UV. We're looking through the front door, or at least the entrance into the atrium. There's the table you're familiar with. If you look directly to the right, there's the French doors. We can open them up. We can try to open them up. It's supposed to open it up. Well, we'll give it a click. And it's not working. That's late. But the idea is to be able to open this door. There we go. We're going to go around. We're going to go outside. You can see it's a very simple cement patio. There is the grill, table, shade, and a lounge. Clearly, these are very crude additions. They do not represent the final decisions. It's just to give you an idea. Notice how the barbecue is a good distance away from the edge of the roof because you don't want all the fumes, etc. There will be a gas line there to allow people to use natural gas and not propane. Okay, this is part of the funkiness of this program. It thinks I want to change things when I don't. The door opens. You're looking at the dining room. If you look to your left, you can see going into the downstairs hallway here. You notice that this is going to have shelves, etc., because when you come in from the mudroom, which is there, you're going to want an unobstructed view when you come in. So the final decisions on this will be made later on. I can't do it with this program. You can look to your left in the living room. You can look into the doorway into the main entrance, the atrium. You're looking into the kitchen. You're familiar with that. The watermelon came with the program. I don't know how it got there. I don't know how to get rid of it. What you will notice is that the large free-floating pantry that used to be in this area is now gone. When I did the first visual tour, it was weird. It obstructed the view. It was just weird. It didn't work for me. So we're looking into the kitchen. Let me back up a second. This counter has been lengthened by about 2 feet. So now it's in line with the refrigerator. The refrigerator, none of this stuff is permanent, but you notice that we have floor to ceiling cabinets. This is the new pantry. I think it's far more usable. I'm always interested in differing opinions. I understand it's ultimately my house. I get to make the decisions, but I like input. This is the laundry room. There'll be some shelves over the washer and dryer. I put cabinets up here. And what we're seeing here is actually another window, 20 inches this way, 30 inches that way. Sorry, I'm a little awkward moving around in the virtual world. You see the sink. I don't know how those shelves got there. You can see the bench here for people to sit down, take off their shoes. Cabinets. This is the pocket door into the bathroom. Thank goodness it opened without giving me a hard time. Come into the bathroom. This is not the final design. Do not get obsess over some of these details. Obviously the toilet's going to be there, the tub's going to be there, the door's going to be there, but I don't know if this is going to be the final storage area. I don't know if this is going to be the final sink. So calm down if you're getting excited by any of this, because it's not meant to get you excited. This is the door out into the garage. The fellow who did the initial setup put all these little Mercedes coupes in here. It's just to illustrate that this is going to be a 4-car garage. What you may not notice is if you look at the wall up here, there is only 2 windows here. I'll explain that when we get outside. There's a TV set to your right behind you. I'll take a look at it. What is interesting is you see that's a hot water heater that's partially in the wall. I can get it out, but it's not important. That thing that looks like a file cabinet is actually going to be the heating unit for the house, radiant heating. I'm going to walk around the garage. Nothing much to see here. Sorry, it's trash cans, obviously. The door that goes out to the front porch. We've already been out there once. There is the garage door. Kind of cool that it opens and closes, but not really critical. So we come back in. As you're coming in from the garage every day, it's going to be something you're going to do a lot of. I'm going to do a lot of. Because that large pantry is gone, you can see directly into the kitchen. The nice thing about this is you come in, you can put stuff here, you can put it anywhere. You then have a nice direct view to the living room. That's why I have this floor-mounted chest of drawers, cabinet, whatever you want to call it. And then directly to our left is going to be the new pantry. And that's the new pantry. I'll back up so you can see it from a different perspective. I've looked at it so much that I know what I'm looking at. Obviously that's not true for you. So the idea is to put that in the space that was previously unoccupied. As we're walking down the hallway, I just put light switches in here because I could. Doesn't mean it's the best spot. This is going to be the entrance into the master bath. Like I said before, don't get obsessed over the toilets or the sink or the countertops. These are just rough representations of what might be there. There's no mirror because to use a mirror requires a lot more computer power, and this is an old crummy computer. There's the door, the pocket door into the master bedroom. I'm going to show you the toilet's obviously going to be here. The window's the same. This is going to be the no edge shower. These walls are actually going to be glass. That's my plan. I'm not sure this is where the final location of the shower head will be, but there's a good chance it will be. And then we're looking at the door into the master bath. I'm closing it. And then you can obviously see storage in the bathroom. What is interesting that I made sure that we kept enough. Gotta love the controls on this thing. It's a little difficult to handle. Notice that there's a fair amount of space between the cabinets and the edge of the 4 by 5 foot walk-in shower. So, and there's enough space here so that a wheelchair can go through. You don't hit them. Go through the door. Sorry, I'm not the best control on this. You come into the master bedroom. Large chest of drawers. The glass is the same. Once again, these windows are all now rectangular. I did modify them so they're about 20 inches tall. That's not necessarily a permanent number. I just like the look it gives. Obviously we have the walk-in closet, or at least small version of it. Then we have obviously the TV. Everybody's got to have a TV in their bedroom. We have another chest of drawers. We have a large one because that's an appropriate place to put a very large place for clothes. It's appropriate to have a low lying or belly height chest of drawers because you don't want to obstruct the glass. As we head out, the space between the edge of the bed and the chest of drawers is sufficient for a wheelchair. I will open this door. Now this goes back out into the hallway where we were before when we came in, and directly across from the master bedroom is the guest bedroom. It is clearly smaller. It's smaller because it's for guests, and guests are like fish. You don't want them hanging around forever, so you don't want to make it too comfortable, but there's sufficient size in here. It's not a big luxurious guest bedroom. Now this window has to be this size because there has to be two ways to get out of a bedroom, a sleeping area. So that's an opening window. It's a casement. And as we look around, we see the very large walk-in closet. The plan is stuff will be stored in here during the different seasons. Obviously my stuff and any guests. Become part of the wall. I just went through the wall. It's kind of, oh there, here we go. Closet, I'm making a left-hand turn, leaving the closet. Another view of the guest bedroom. Sorry it's a little shaky, but that's the nature of this software. It's not the smoothest in the world, but I think it's helpful to visualize. You come out into the main hallway. We're looking into the master bedroom. We're looking at the door into the master bath. We're looking down the hallway. We're looking at that large pantry that I showed you before. As you notice, there's something missing here, and that's the large free-floating pantry. I decided I didn't like it. It was weird. Come in, you're seeing the kitchen. Like I said, this is a much longer countertop. It's another 2 or 3 feet longer. Notice that there's each one of these squares is about a foot, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's adequate distance to come through here if you're in a wheelchair or you're walking or whatever. Once again, we're looking into the main living area. We've been outside already. There's the TV, the alcohol, ethanol, bioethanol fireplace. We're coming back in. We're going to exit through the front door. This is obviously the atrium, which then will head down to the basement. And then we walk back out. We're going to the front porch. We're going to the driveway. There's obviously the cars. We'll now do a walk around the outside of the building. You'll see some unusual planting material. I wasn't able to put in what I wanted. These things look like funky little corn stalks, are actually grass, the kind you see in the Midwest that goes up probably about this height, not all the way to 8 feet. The idea is that it will be planted here and provide a dynamic screen, so it will go up and down, it will grow, it'll be trimmed. During the winter it won't be there, it will be trimmed down, and that way it makes it easy to push the snow off the front porch. If it had a wall, then you'd have to work and go around the wall, and I've had that before. It's too much work. You can see that this area straight ahead is where we get into the stairwell going downstairs. Once again, let me reiterate that these windows are now flatter and more rectangular because I think it fits the image of the house. It's consistent as opposed to square windows. We're going around the side. This is the west side, the street side. We're coming around the corner, and here is the very simple patio. It's not a deck. It's a very simple concrete patio, sufficient size. I think my plan is I'm going to be using umbrellas like this to provide shade if somebody wants to go out there. They're obviously easily moved. They can be stored. They're not a commitment to anything. Like I mentioned before, there'll be a gas line here so that you can hook up the barbecue and potentially heaters for outdoors in the fall when it's nice and cold and dry and hopefully bug free. You can see inside the master bedroom, and then we're looking at the master bath, kitchen. I think you get a sense of the whole house. You've drawn it. All you're doing now is seeing it sort of 3D, but you may have the ability to see things in 3D that I can't. This is an interesting area. Obviously I've got 18 acres, but it's obviously worse than that. Notice that I balanced the small rectangular windows. I have 2 on this side and 2 over there. I got rid of the third one there. I left the guest bedroom escape window because that's a code requirement, but I thought I'd balance it out. I don't need 3 windows in the garage, and I think it looks a little bit better. But as I said before, I'm open to suggestions. I'm not committed to anything except what I'm currently committed to. And the reason I'm showing you all of this, see, there's another window, there's another window. That's the garage. We're now on the north side. There's little or no reason to have tons of windows on the north side of any building. It doesn't provide light. It provides a lot of places for heat to escape, because windows are terrible. They're about an R7 or R8 at their max. We're coming around to the driveway. We're heading west. There's the porch again. Hopefully you get the idea that the native grasses which are growing in this area will provide a barrier so you don't see directly onto the porch. Garage to the left. Door into the mudroom from the garage. And then this is the front door. So I think I've covered about everything. I'm going to stop the recording and we will see how things turn out.